Well, we're here at the floor of the New York Stock Exchange in one of the balconies. Today, just so you know, is December the 12th. It's Friday, the middle of, a lot of things happening in the markets. Today, we're going to interview Jason and Michael. Obviously, they are based in Switzerland, and they have this great company by the name Pulse International AG. Jason is the CEO, Jason Frank, and Michael Kahn is the Chief Operating Officer. And the most important part of this that I want you guys to understand is how quickly, with their value propositions, they've been getting clients like Giorgio Armani, Christie's, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Morgan Stanley. I mean, let's listen about these young people, how they are revolutionizing. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Michael. We're going to go to the Chief Operating Officer first. Michael, tell us a little bit about Pulse International and what is the important part of your story and how you are revolutionizing everything you are touching with your value propositions. Thank you for coming, Michael.
So first of all, Pulse International was founded by Jason and I in the beginning. It ended up encompassing a few more friends of ours. We've always known, Jason and I, that we've wanted to create a business, an international business together. So we went into the market and we thought, what is really cutting edge at the moment? There's 3D design, there's artificial intelligence. So we thought we can't just go straight into artificial intelligence, be like all these other AI startups. We had to have our bread and butter. We had to make some cash first, make some money. And so we immediately went into 3D design. My wife personally, she's an interior architect. A few of the friends that joined our venture, they themselves are architects. So we thought, okay, that's a great industry to explore, first of all. So 3D rendering really gave our company a great portfolio. After that, we saw that these companies maybe required digital marketing and therefore we segued into that. We could design, for example, 3D animated visuals for advertising, for content all over social media, for websites, for these companies. So that's where the start of the ecosystem idea came about. And since then, we've expanded from Pulse Design into Pulse Media. And the final step is to secure the technological framework in-house so we can provide the whole vertical for companies. And therefore, our final venture will be developing the complete AI systems behind all our marketing, our 3D design, and in the future, we hope to really incorporate into one ecosystem.
Excellent, Michael. Thank you. Congratulations, because obviously from putting the idea to executing, creating the company, having client revenue and so on, that's great. Jason, go to you. You are Michael's partner. You are the Chief Executive Officer. I think when you are a Chief Executive Officer, all the eyes are on the Chief Executive Officer with respect of Michael. But tell me, when you enter and trying to get clients, what is the most important point of pain that those clients have, like any other clients out there? And then you guys came and say, hey, this is the solution. Because at the end of the day, remember, a lot of things are happening with artificial intelligence, and there are some clients that they don't even know that there is solution for problems that they don't even know that are creating some bottlenecks, and actually you guys establish your company to solve that. If you can tell us a little bit about that, Jason, that would be great. Thank you for coming as well.
Thank you so much for having me, first of all, and really excited to speak. Basically, it's quality and speed. We're entering an era of high digital integration, more than ever, which is a big statement, as digital integration has been here for quite a while now. And in order to match the speed of this digital integration, we need to speed up the processes, and that's done, as Michael said, with AI, with a very skilled human-led team. And through this, we are able to achieve high quality with faster speed, and that's pretty much it. And through that, getting credibility, word of mouth. We've only been in this game for 2 years. We're a young company; it's a baby. And through credibility and performing good work, we've been able to procure more clients and also gain trust by our partners in the entertainment industry. And here we are with all these with a good resume.
Excellent. Listen, the other thing that is capturing my attention is obviously a savvy person within us in this interview, Steve Allen Lawrence, he's been one of the pioneers in some sort of areas where most of these wealth managers have to allocate resources, look for opportunities, and how to discover and capture what is called in the markets alpha. Steve, what is your vision? Because obviously you always looking for talented people, companies, and where to not only invest but help to growth. How do you came with Jason and Michael, and what is your vision for this 2026, 2027, and beyond?
Let me just say this. One thing that I was able to recognize immediately is their ability to communicate. Technology personnel communicate in their own way. What's made them very, very successful is they have a way to deliver a financial message. And when you're really procuring large institutions, I need not tell you, it's not easy, all right? But it's the way they understand how to talk to not only their partners, but how to deliver the message to the client. And I think that's so key, because what they do is very complex. And when they're pivoting into things that they actually understand well, and therefore there's a very large demand for a great talent pool. And that's been our synergies. We both consult with each other and truly, respect each other's knowledge of business. And when you're below 30, old dogs need to learn new tricks and new dogs need to learn old tricks. And they've recognized right out of the box, literally right out of the box, it's a people business, even though there's a lot of technology behind it.
Jason, when you try to pitch institutional investors that are looking for how to they should see what is called probably the new category, the new way to invest in artificial intelligence company like yours that are arising all over. What do you think is the key value proposition for those investors that are anxious, that have been bombarded with people offering solutions on artificial intelligence? And what do you think is the uniqueness when you have to do what is called the elevator pitch? I bet you've been speaking with some investors. Most of them have a lot of questions. How do you win over other companies that are actually appealing for new potential investment that can revolutionize not only your clients, but your own company?
It's transparency first and foremost. Like I said, we're entering a very, very highly digital age. It's very easy to hide stuff from people. And nowadays, you need to have transparency, and transparency with credibility, and also being able to converge and make sense of what's been happening in the world and in how fast business has been moving. If you have one ecosystem that can tackle an entire company's vision and branding, nowadays you need to go to a marketing agency, you need to go to a AI agency, you need to go to a web developer. It's all segmented. And people have no choice. They have to adopt digital things. Some companies didn't have to do that until recently. So what we can do is we have all these branches under one umbrella. And we have a cohesive team led by true professionals who can then tackle those things with a cohesive understanding of our client's brand. And that's what truly sells our services. Yeah.
And I've been able to recognize that very early on. Okay.
And I want to ask you something, Steve. I want to ask you something. So sure. You have, remember, Balfour Capital Group, you have, I think, 300 plus wealth managers and people that actually are up to some point doing the hand holding for the end investors and families. And you have a network of distribution in Latin America, in Asia, in Europe, in other areas in the world. How do you think you can, up to some point, make sure that the value proposition of this company, it can be up to some point in the opportunities for families and investors that are looking these new generational solutions that are probably going to impact down the road? How do you think Balfour would play that strategic role with them?
The strategic role is that there's a big segment of business that does revenue between 2 and 50 million in top line that don't have any exposure yet to certain parts of the market. and they have the ability, all right, to inculcate not only their own culture, but allow a smaller business or even a large one, okay? It's a lot easier. You know, there's a reason why they have Louis Vuitton. Okay, there's a reason why they have those type of companies, and they'll know how to inculcate within their culture how to really give true quality customer service, and that's going to be the cornerstone of what they do. And they understand risk reward, and they've been able to recognize very early that there's a large market, and they can actually help any business globally. There's no boundaries in what they do.
Michael, when you do the operating part, when you are basically making sure that the company up to some point, delivers. And when I say the company is Pools International, obviously there is several clients, high quality clients. They are always getting accustomed to these big corporations, whether it's procedures, whether it's people, a client service. How are you managing that from the operational point of Pools International, that at the end of the day will be the key for the execution and the ideas that you and Jason are creating together? Please let us know.
So with our clients, we really emphasize credibility. We really have transparent communication process. We always try to have a real person to talk to when it comes to specific problems they're going through. And this person can really understand the whole company's vertical. So they can understand where the end goal is for the company, where they want to be. You know, they may need a specific, for example, we bring it back to the 3D. We may need a specific graphic done, but what is the end goal? So this specific graphic has to be created with the end goal of being posted on social media. That's a very simple example. And therefore, we honestly, in simple terms, we really understand the customer, and we really put effort into understanding them. And that's how I like to direct operations. That's how I like to appease the customers from every branch, from Pulse Design, Pulse Media, and the AI. And that's honestly, that's the best way I can put it so far.
So I'm going to finish the interview with the Chief Executive Officer, Jason. You got to tell us what it will be the most important thing you want to leave out there for the people that are seeing this interview today, for example, is, again, Friday, December the 12th, but they're going to see the interview down the road. They're going to see your growth. What is your vision that you want to leave in this interview, and the closing remarks, please, Jason?
Yeah, just enhance our ecosystem, with Balfour and with our own internal team. Everything is working. Don't break what is working. All we can do is scale with what we have, right? We've got a great team. Balfour's partnership will be amazing. Steve is very, very invested in what we're doing, and we're very invested in what Balfour is doing. And I think with our partnership and also with the direction that we're going in, you can see us, doing very, very big projects on a full media and tech scale, big projects. So hopefully, if you see this in a few years from now, we're already doing that. And if you see this tomorrow, well, hopefully we can bring you along on the journey.
Seniority closing remark, 15 seconds. Steve Allen Lawrence, what do you have to say to the audience, to all of us? What are those 15 seconds that you can deliver about the future, please?
I believe that you're actually seeing what the future will be, okay? And how people at their age really have a very good understanding of people in building a world-class team. I think they've already demonstrated that, and that's the theme, and that's what they want to delineate to the public and to their clients.
Absolutely great. This was a great opportunity to understand the new technology. I'm going to say thank you to Michael Cam, to Jason Frank, and to my friend Steve Allen Lawrence. Hopefully we'll get you guys back from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.